There is a massive truth about aesthetics not a lot of people wanna talk about, and I wanna go over it in this video. Aesthetics are 80% genetics. And you might say, Ray, what's the genetic part of aesthetics? Tell me, will I ever attain the aesthetic body? There are 3 things to keep in mind, and I wanna go over each one of these things in this video. But before I go over it, I wanna talk about the men's physique category in bodybuilding. This is the aesthetic physique category in bodybuilding. There is classic, where you show your legs and you try to be aesthetic. This is also an aesthetic category, but not quite as much as men's physique. There is building, when you just try to get as big as possible and as lean as possible. You don't want to get aesthetic. If you will look at the actual aesthetic bodies of the world, the Ryan Terry's bodies and all of the other competitors in men's physique, all of the David Lade physique, you will realize what's the components of aesthetics. And the first one, the one you can control the most, it is harmony. It is the proportions between your muscles and your level of conditioning. You should have as harmonious as a physique as possible, where all of the muscles are kind of like in the same size, they are all pretty big, and by doing so you will get a very aesthetic physique. Now insertions do play a role, and that's the second thing, but before I go over them, if your physique will be harmonious and you will have a low body fat percentage, you will basically tick off 90% of what you can do in terms of aesthetics. This is the brutal pill. This is 90% of what you can do, and it is probably only 20% of aesthetics. It's like you will have bigger muscles and you will look more aesthetic, for sure. But it's nothing compared to the second and third things. And the second thing is insertions. My back is not big. I might show it on the screen right now, but it's aesthetic. Why? Not because of some weird thing. It's like its insertions are good. My lats insert pretty low, and because of that I have the full-on V shape to my back, and it looks aesthetic. It was never about muscle growth, that's what I want you to realize. It was always about the way your muscles look. My chest, for example, has a pretty big hole in the middle. It's like, it's not massive, but it's like, it's there. And because of that, it looks a little bit less aesthetic compared to my back, and compared to David Lade and Alex Eubank. Your insertions played probably the biggest role, and that's something I want you to realize. You can do a lot of things, build your muscles, make your physique harmonious, proportioned, but you can change your insertions. And the sooner you come to terms with them, the better. If your insertions are extremely bad for aesthetics, your back inserts very high, and your chest has a massive gap, you might never pull off the David Lade aesthetic look. And then there's the third and most important thing, and it is your shoulders to waist ratio. You can improve it. That's what I want to preface it all with. You can make your shoulders bigger, you can lose body fat and make your waist smaller, look smaller, but you can't change your bone structure. If your waist is very big naturally, you will never have the full-on V taper. If your shoulders are pretty narrow naturally, and your waist is pretty big relative to that, you will never achieve the full-on David Lade kind of waist to shoulders ratio. That's the third thing, and that's basically it. Bye.